everybody, and welcome to Life Cues 2024, week number 9. So, this week, the prompt or question is, how are you feeling today in this present moment? And for me, this is a very complex kind of a place where I am. I was just sitting on the couch this morning contemplating things in my life and where I'm at in my life, and now that we're retired, how that looks for us and what we can do. And okay, so I'm going to try some of these old sprays I made years ago from Stampin' Up! Ink refills. So I'm just going to spray. This one was called Certainly Celery. So I'm just going to, as you can see, work from corner to corner because I want to leave a place in here for me to be able to journal. So I'm going to, while this is wet, spray in a little distress spray, and this is called Tumbled Glass. There. I don't know what that is in there. Oh, it's a little piece of ink. Weird. So anyway, I was just saying, it's just a weird place where I'm at in my psyche. It's just, I can't describe it. And some of you my age might understand it. It's kind of, well, there's lots of hope there. You can be excited about the future without all the stress of work, but at the same time you've reduced an income, so that makes things different. And things that you just used to just go and buy, you can't, but at the same time you keep telling yourself, but I'm happy with what I have. You know what I mean? It's a very middle, in the middle is kind of where I'm at. That's how I'm feeling, in the middle. So I'm just going to work on that as my art journal page and keep playing with inks and just kind of making a really cool mess of things, as it were. So I've dried my corners. Now I'm just going to put a molded bird cage in the corner. I'm trying to use all this stuff I haven't used in so long. So what this is Desserts used to be an art store in West Edmonton Mall. I don't know if it's still there. Excuse the ink under my fingers. It is from cleaning and adding ink refills to all my inks this morning. So I figured, why go upstairs and dig it all out when I'm going to be doing my art page? So this is a really nice molding paste because it's quite light. Some of them are really thick and heavy, and you can hardly take your palette knife over them. And this one, though, is quite light. So I'm going to put this bird cage here, and it kind of symbolizes feeling a little trapped in a cage, but I know I'm not. It's just me. It's me. So let's take this off and see. Oh, wowzers. That looks fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And then I think I might just do the same one over here. I was going to look for another mold, but what the heck. That one looks so good. Let's just do the same thing over here. I love how that looks. It's the mold, it's the paste though. And I've had this paste for so long and I haven't opened that jar and it's still working great. So I'm gonna sprinkle some of this. Now I'm not sure what color this is. Obsidian. It looks browny black. I don't know. Looks black, doesn't it? I don't want it to be black, but we'll just put a little bit of the black on there. And then once it's dry, I will hit it up with some bronzy paint. And then I'll get the color I wanted. I guess obsidian is black, right? Let's see what happens. Things are smoking around here. But it looks pretty cool. Can you see that? See, it's all kind of sparkly, like iron oxide or something. And you know what I think I might do? I think I might just drop just a few little dribblies down the middle of the page. Maybe a little bit of water. And then the water will dry. And let's just see what happens. Just a little bit. See what happens. I've never done any of this before. But I know I've seen all these different techniques done, just not, I've never done them. So I like how it looks so far. It's looking really cool. That is kind of cool. So now I'm going to hit up this cage. What is this? Wild Honey Distress Stain. And put it on my cage. Just a little. The cage is raised up because of the molding, right? Oh, that looks so cool. I want it to look very random though. It's same here. Not too. I don't like that smushy part there. So I'm gonna spray it again with blue. Try and get rid of that. There. And then when you hit it up with the celery stain, which has water, distress inks and stains have a chemical reaction to the water, which is incredible. Okay, I've got these tags and I want to use them too, and they might go in that middle part where my blankness is. So let's just kind of grunge them up. Let's try Rusty Hinge. These were dyed. This color came from Beets. Can you believe it? I did a whole bunch of tag. This one came from Turmeric. I did it a few years ago and then I just saved the tags. Okay, let's get my brush. And this color, oh, it's just vintage. I shouldn't say it's vintage photo. And this is more vintage photo here. And I'm just going to create the tags so that I can work on them should I choose to put them in the middle. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want that real bluey, beet tingy color to show up that much. I keep thinking of this one song by India Ari, and it's called Back to the Middle. And it's just probably the perfect song for how I'm feeling right now and where I'm at. And I have come back to the middle, like I've done my, professional life and all of my musical theater and all of those so-called living your best life acting. And now I'm in a season of my life where my health isn't allowing me to do anything that's on a consistent basis like that. But there's way more to you than you feel right now. So you have to come to the middle where I am. And the only way you can see both sides of your life is by being in the middle and see both sides. And then you can sort of make an assessment. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but that's kind of where I am at, in the middle. It's confusing a little, but yeah. I'm going to use some Distress ink. I don't have a paintbrush. This is mustard seed, which means it's supposed to be yellow. I mean, I don't have a spray bottle. It's supposed to be yellow. So let me just take a paintbrush and spread it around a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, it's not working. A smoother brush might be nice, like this one. There we go. This in the middle. And again, I'm just playing, you guys, and thinking. And all of this thinking is such a good process. So it's not like I'm sad. I'm just in the middle. Realizing, I think, you're making changes in your life and realizing where you are in your life and that changes are going to happen. And now it's up to me, by looking back at my life and looking at where I am now, is to adjust to those changes. So that's what I mean by saying I'm back to the middle, which allows me to adjust to those changes. Now, I'm going to dry these tags and I'll be back. Okay, folks, this is what the tag looks like. And remember, I was saying those oxidization marks from the Distress products? That's why I love them. Look at this. It's just cool. So cool. So now I'm going to work on this yellow one, the one that was made with turmeric. And then I will be back. Obviously, it's not going to be the same colors, but yeah, I'll get busy playing. Okay, so here are my tags. And now I'm going to just take some ink, Distress ink again, and I'm going to go around each tag with black, just because I put that black stuff, what was this called? Black Midnight Bronze on the picture, and it was dark. So I'm just trying to keep in that same darker. Okay, look what I did to my tags. So there were 3 of them, and I glued them kind of, higher, a little bit lower, and then I cut them the length of the first tag like that. And then I'm going to put some twine in them, but then I realized before I put the twine in, I want to stamp them with some stamps I have here. And this first one is excellent. It says, experience is not what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you. So it's not experience, it's what you do with what happens to you. I love that. So I'm going to put that one right here. And it's crooked. And it doesn't matter because it looks like that. And who cares? On this bigger one here, up in here, I'm going to put this clock. Where's 12? Right there. But it's going to be off center. It's not going to be, yeah. Good job. You can't really see the clock, but it's there. And then here I had some funny words, and I also had some birds that I really liked and some more words, but I love these birds. And where could I put them? Flying across the top, going that way. Yeah, that's what I'll do. This is how to get messy fingers. Oh, those look so cool. Perfection. And this little one, I think it's just a whole bunch of like newsprint, I believe. You put that over by the clock. Just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. See the little tiny bit right there? So now I'm gonna put some twine in the holes. I hope I didn't glue it out. No, I didn't. And just do like a lark's head knot. And do them in all three of them. So here's how it's looking so far. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Beautiful page. Now, I'm going to take this black soot and go around all of the edges of this see if there's any still on here. Not enough. But I want it to be quite messy, quite dark. I don't want it looking really, tidy, kind of. That's why I put that paper there. Make a real smudged look. So right now I just want to put my title on my page, and it's going to be in the middle. The middle. M-I-D-D-L, and there's an E. Okay. I told you how great it is to just keep an alpha set of stamps just right literally beside where you're working. That's what I do. I don't have to look for them. Okay, but I do have to check on each one of them because sometimes these little rubber guys fell off and you stick them back on and they're upside down, so, or crooked, like this one's a little crooked. So I'm doing something different. I'm stamping the names in white for a change. So you're probably wondering, why am I stamping them so far apart? Because I'm going to be cutting them out into squares and putting them on the page. The season of child rearing and all of that is over, although I love the grandmother season. You see, you have to be thankful. It's such a mix, because one minute you're kind of like, oh. The other day, I wanted to hold a baby so badly, I almost cried, because being a doula, I did that a lot. Hundreds of little babies. This was on upside down in the middle. So, yeah. So, you're just, and it's certainly not middle-aged, because I'm 72 and I know I'm not middle-aged, but it's just a transitional period in your life, and I'm sure it happens to you at any age. It doesn't have to be 45 or the traditional middle age 45. It can be at 72, 45, I was in the prime of my life, enjoying so many things. I mean, doing theater, singing, just so much. So much. So that was not middle age as far as I was concerned. But you know, as you get older and then your health issues come up. And I suppose a lot of this has just come to light in my head because I found out I have to have another brain procedure. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of these. I'm so sick of this brain pain and, you know, that kind of stuff. So it comes to light and then you're just kind of like, is it ever going to end? Is it? And I mean, I'm in so much pain every single day. My trigeminal neuralgia pain, although I can hide it, I can turn off the camera and just moan and then turn the camera back on. You know what I mean? But, yeah. H-I-J-K and then L. Did I do L's? Okay, so we're going to cut these out in squares and glue them on the page. Easy peasy. I have a punch, but it's just too big. So let's go freehand. And I don't care if they're all the same or not. So it's just going to be kind of like this. There, just like that. I'm just going to put it here in, let's move it way over there, the middle. Perfect. So I will be back when I finished doing all. You guys can you see where I'm at here? No. Whoa. There. In. I'll be back. Okay, guys, here's my finished page from, let's start from the corners where we did the molded bird cage and the oxidized distress ink. It was just distress ink that I did on there. And then this other corner, same thing. Doesn't it look awesome? Then I just added, I don't even know, I think it was distress stain, this one, on top of it. Wild honey. And then I used lots of distress stains. Tumbled glass was the blue. And then black soot was the black, obviously. And water was my most exciting tool of the whole thing because look at. And then I did some stamping and the birds. See the bird cage, birds. The time, a little bit of text there. And how are you feeling? In the middle. Now, I just finished listening to India Ari's song, Back to the Middle. And her song speaks to how somebody can get swayed to one side versus the other and need to come back to the middle to see both sides of the story. But I feel like I'm in the middle of my life right now because I'm reflecting on my past and where it's brought me today. And then also looking forward to, and I don't mean looking forward like I can't wait. I mean, I'm looking ahead to the future and what all that has to bring. And I did mention that what got me on this pondering spot was finding out that I have to have another brain surgery. It's in May, on May 22nd. So, yeah. So, in a month. And just, you know, but it certainly has helped by doing this page. It's unbelievable how much it helps to do a journal page. It's just crazy how you work through, I guess it's like journaling, you work through what's bothering you. And like I said, I have lots of real estate on here if I want to journal. Okay, and even on the tags if I want. But I am very happy with the way this page turned out. So thanks for hanging with me Thanks for watching. And remember, you can go to Life Cues on Instagram, Life Cues 2024, or post your page with a hashtag Life Cues 2024 so we can all see what you're up to. And we'll see you all next week. Bye.